That chilly evening, Kira was hurrying home from work. Her head buzzed with numbers, reports, and phone calls, and her fingers were frozen as she typed her PIN at the ATM outside the supermarket. The line behind her shifted impatiently, someone sighed loudly, and she turned to meet the eyes of a girl standing behind her. She had thick dark hair escaping from her hood and a smile that was somehow disarming. "Sorry, just a moment," Kira mumbled, trying not to drop her card. "No worries," the stranger replied softly. "Yesterday, the ATM actually swallowed my card. So you're still in a winning position." Kira smiled, surprised at how easily the girl spoke, as if they already knew each other. When Kira stepped aside, the girl approached the ATM, but it froze. She laughed. "Looks like now it's your turn to watch it torment others." "It's just jealous," Kira replied, and both of them laughed. Their conversation flowed naturally about the cold, coffee, and how strangely the ATMs worked in their neighborhood. The girl's name was Lena. Her laughter sounded like music, light and lively. "Want to grab a coffee and warm up?" Lena suggested after they realized they had been standing in the cold for 10 minutes. They went into a 24-hour cafe. The air smelled of vanilla and fresh pastries, and Kira suddenly realized that for the first time in a long while, she didn't want to go home. She watched Lena holding her cup with both hands, catching every little movement. "Why do you sit alone in the evenings?" Lena asked, looking straight into her eyes. Kira hesitated. "Probably out of habit. After failed relationships, it's easier to be alone." Lena nodded, understanding without words. "Or maybe you just haven't met the one yet?" The words settled somewhere deep in Kira's chest. They stayed in the cafe until closing, and outside, rain was starting to fall. Lena walked Kira to the bus stop, and before she got on, said, "I'd like to see you again." A couple of days later, they met again at the same ATM, for luck, and went for coffee again. Then for walks in the park, sharing stories, listening to each other. Day by day, Kira realized she hadn't felt this alive in a long time. She was drawn to Lena like to a light. There was something warm, quiet, and genuine about her. One evening, walking along the river, Lena stopped and said, "You know, I haven't let anyone get this close for a long time. But with you, it just feels right." Kira was silent, then stepped closer. Their hands touched, breaths mingled, and it happened naturally, their first kiss. Gentle, a little unsure, yet incredibly sincere. The city buzzed around them, but for that moment, everything else faded. A month later, they were already living together, first temporarily, while Lena's apartment was being renovated, then permanently. Kira's small apartment became full of life. The smell of coffee in the mornings, scattered books, cat toys, and endless conversations. Sometimes they argued over trivial things, like who left the light on or who forgot to buy milk, but it passed quickly. Between them was something more important, a warm feeling that they were finally home. "Are you afraid people won't like that we're together?" Kira asked once, lying next to Lena. "Let them not like it," Lena replied, running her fingers across her cheek. "What matters is that you do." That simple phrase became an answer to everything for Kira. 6 months later, on the same evening they had met at the ATM, Kira suggested walking there again, to remember that fateful moment. Lena laughed. "So you're a romantic, huh?" When they reached the ATM, Kira took a small key from her pocket. "What's this?" Lena asked, surprised. "The mailbox downstairs. Your name is on it now too." Lena didn't immediately understand, then just hugged her. Tears welled up. "Thank you," she whispered. "I never thought it would all start at an ATM." Kira smiled. Sometimes love comes exactly when you're standing with frozen fingers, just waiting for your turn. They stood hugging under the soft streetlight. The city buzzed, people passed by, and for them, only this moment existed alive, warm, and real.